Is controlling your mind even possible? Many people talk today about how to control their mind. How can it help you live a better life? Now, I'm asking, is it possible? The answer is, you can't control anything, okay? You could do the best you can, and we'll leave a video later about that, but you can't control anything. What you could control is how much time you're going to be in that reactive state that doesn't serve you, and move into a reactive state that does serve you. So you can control how you feel, okay, after a certain amount of time. Because also the people that work and do all of this, amazing work on their mind, you never have 100% control, and you should know that. I'm not saying that because I want you, now to shut the video, even though you can if you want. There are many things that you could do, okay, many things, but to control, you can't control anything in life. You can't be responsible on any outcome. Yes, you could do the best, and you could take responsibility for, you should take responsibility for whatever you do, but the outcome is not in your hands. What do I mean? When you want to control your mind, many people will take it different ways. But most people will talk about the thoughts that come into your mind, your attitude, and that you have a certain amount of control over that. But the funny thing is that control many times starts with acceptance with whatever is, not resisting reality, because when you resist, you increase and you explode whatever it is you're resisting. So the same thing with your mind. If you want to so-called control your mind, it's first accepting whatever comes in here and not identifying with those thoughts, with whatever comes inside. Okay, because when you have a certain thought, many times that thought would bring a certain feeling, that feeling would bring a certain behavior, that would bring a certain outcome. Now, when you want to change that thought, whatever it is, first understand that you're not necessarily your thought. And this one's really crucial, maybe the most important one. Well, all are, but this one's really important. So when something comes up into your mind, okay, it's not necessarily you, it's a thought that came up. You don't have to identify with it. Many times when my mind goes crazy and, goes forward, runs 10 years forward and goes back and forth, I told myself, my dear mind, you're kind of going crazy in there, and that's fine. Enjoy. Let's make a deal. I'll be your audience. So all the thoughts that come in my mind, all the things that come into my mind, they're the actors. I take a step back, I zoom out, and I sit in the audience and I just watch. Sometimes if it's going on for too long, I told my mind, hey, listen, maybe we'll take a short break, okay? But first, number one is to accept whatever it is that goes in your mind. You can't control. Number two is zoom out and understand that you're not necessarily those thoughts that go inside, okay? And number three, which is really important, we'll see that one through the story. So I was talking to a friend lately, and she was talking to me about all these things that are going on in her life, and whatever it is that she was talking about, whether it was her, whatever she's studying now, and whether it was her relationships, whether it was her health, okay, everything, her bank account, whatever we spoke about, we didn't talk too much about what's happening right now. It's the main things that came up were anxiety about what could happen, what might happen, what happened in the past. And her mind was going crazy, back and forth, and it didn't stop. And I'm like, wow, how does all that make you feel? And she was feeling anxious, scared, and she told me, listen, I don't know if this will happen, if that will happen in any one of those fields. And I totally understand you. If those things happen, that could be a disaster, and that's not fun at all. And by the way, when you get to that bridge, you'll cross it, because I told you cross many bridges in life. You'll also cross this bridge. I have no doubt. The thing is, we're not there right now. You're right now here, okay? And I told her many things can happen, but if you decide to think all of those thoughts, think also the thoughts that serve you, that of the good things that can happen, because none of them are right. All of them you're making up in your mind. So I told her what happens, if all of a sudden in your relationship it goes better, and there's more intimate relationship, whether your business, it starts to rise up. Your health, same thing. And I told her all the things that you're saying, I understand you, and I told you, connect and say that if that happens, it would be hard, but I totally trust her. I told her that she'll get over it, because she did that in the past in different things in life. She'll do it also here. Easy? No, I didn't say easy. but she'll get over it and she'll learn whatever she needs to learn, and she'll be much stronger. My point is, and that's the third thing, and that's what I told her, and I told me all the time, okay, because my mind many times runs, and I try to control, and then I said, okay, I can't. First, I'm accepting whatever's here, and let's jump to the third one, is working on being present, okay, being here right now. So after you accept, after you zoom out and you don't identify with those thoughts, go do that zoom out and say, okay, what's happening here right now? So right now above me, right there, you can't see it, there's a really beautiful flower. Also behind me. And there are many things that you can focus on right now. And if it's in your situation, okay, so for example, let's say right now you're trying to get healthier and you're not there right now and you're afraid that, you might go on this diet. By the way, I don't believe in diets. I think it's crap. But you're probably asking why, so I'll be short on this one. You don't go on diets, you change the way of life. Okay, you change the way you eat, you change the way you sleep, you change the way you do exercise. It's not a diet for 30 days or for 60, whatever. But back to wherever we're talking about. So let's say you're going through a challenging time in your health, and you want to get in better shape, you want to get a better sleep, you want better nutrition. You're thinking to yourself, what would happen if this doesn't work, if that doesn't work? Your mind is running all around. First, like I said, zoom out. All good. No, you don't have to identify with those thoughts. Those thoughts are not you necessarily, or not necessarily you. After that, ask yourself, okay, well, what could I do in order to get to wherever I want to get? Hi, I hope this video is serving you. I just want to share with you that my belief in life is that you are here to serve a purpose greater than yourself. But in order to do that the best way, you must start with investing in yourself. Enjoy the rest of the video. You do have a certain goal, whatever it is that you want, okay? And you want your mind to help you get there. So what is it you could do right now? By the way, maybe now the time is not to do anything. Maybe just to be, enjoy whatever you have and be present. Later on you go also to the doing, but you need both. You need the being and the doing. We're human beings. So I also told her the same thing. I told her, okay, let's also now focus now. With her, I didn't talk about her health. I talked also about that, but also about the relationship. And I told her, you have all these thoughts that are coming into your mind. What happened if this happens, if that happens, and your mind is driving you crazy. So I told her, let's for a second be present. Like, what were you doing today? What are you doing right now? Okay, you're having this good meal. You're having a good conversation with someone you care about. Be in the present, okay? When you're in the present, when you're in the present moment, so you see all of the beauty that's around you. When you're not in the present moment, the beauty is here. It didn't go anywhere. But you don't see it because you're not aware. Your mind drives you crazy. So when you accept whatever it is, you surrender. You just do the best you can, but the control on the outcome is not in your hands. But you do take responsibility for whatever you do, but you don't have control on the outcome. And after that, you zoom out. You don't necessarily identify with your thoughts. And you're present. That's a way you could call it so-called control your mind, okay? Now, there are many other ways, but that would be a much longer video, and I won't go into that now. But the part of being present is also really crucial, because someone once asked me, Yair, why do you always talk about being present? And I was like the last person that was present. My mind was going, I'm telling you, all over each way, and was driving me crazy. And then I just started practicing being present in every situation, being aware of my body. Sometimes I realize my shoulders are tense, so I just, I let them go, relax. And by doing that, by being present, I saw all the beauty that is around me and the beauty that is not only around me, also in me. The same thing with you. When you'll be present and you don't think also what would happen if that doesn't work, but what happens if it does work and you don't identify with those thoughts, you'll see you have a much better life that way. Now, remember, controlling 100%, it's not in your head. Accepting 100% is in your hands, and understand that on the way to that acceptance, on the way to that observing and reframing, on the way to that being present, you won't always be able to do that. And that's part of the path of life, okay? Consistency means that you'll always try. On the way you'll fall, and then you'll get up, and then you'll try again. Consistency doesn't mean that you'll always be that way, okay? You're trying to create a way of being. And when you try to create that way of being, many times you need to let go and not force anything. I'll leave below a video that talks about what happens when you force something. Because if you force something in life, necessarily you bring into your life sadness, anxiety, depression. Because if you really try to achieve anything in life, for sure you'll also be in the times that don't work, and you'll be in the times that you'll feel sad about that, and that's part of it. But if you understand that you don't have the control what you do have is doing the zoom out, reframing that situation, learning whatever it is that you need to learn. So you'll see that in the next time, you'll do that reframe and you'll take it to a place that serves you. Now, when you take it to that place, so you'll see the beauty in you and also the beauty of the people surrounding you. If you have any questions about controlling the mind, feel free to leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.